Europe, North America, which includes the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Central America, and South America, and Australia. We're all going to become one country, and this should be our new religion and or belief system. This is our new country, Europe, Australia. There you see North America here, and there's Mexico, Central, and South America there. Now, this is our new religion. It's designed to make Australia, Canada, the U.S., UK, Mexico, Central America, and South America one country or one union. This is our lands. These are our belief systems. Now, of course, you can still believe in any religion or belief system that you currently believe, that you're currently in. So you can still be Christian or Catholic, or atheist or Wiccan or pagan or whatever religion you're in and still be in our new belief system. The belief system is 25% or 1/4 Australian Aborigine gods and religions, 25% the gods and religions of Mexico, Central, South America. It includes the Aztec, Maya, Inca, Amazonian tribes, Patagonian, etc., etc. 25% Native American and Canadian First Nations tribes and the Inuit belief systems. And the other 25% the ancient European tribal beliefs, like Celtic, Nordic, Greek, and Roman, Slavic, Germanic, etc., etc. Now, negative and violent beliefs, for example, human sacrifices, etc., which some of these ancient beliefs will not be literally believed in, because these religions were created at an ancient time when there was no evolution or science or positive, happy psychology. We will emphasize the positive and happy points of these belief systems. Now, we want to believe in billionaire roboticism. Every one of us can live like billionaires with robotic servants. With artificial intelligence, every one of us can have robotic servants who can all work for us. And super happyism. We want everyone to be very super happy. We believe in using the latest advances in super happy psychology and super happy neuroscience to make everyone super happy. Remember, Australia, Canada, the U.S., Mexico, Central and South America, and Europe. These are our lands. This is our belief system to help us understand, that this is our land. So this belief system or religion is to help bring us together. Yeah, again, Europe, that's North America, Mexico, Central America, and South America, and Australia. This is our country. This is going to be our new belief system. This is our union. Okay, for our Australian Aboriginal god, we're going to talk about the Australian Aboriginal god, Adnoartina. It's a religious deity. The deity is described as taking the form of a gecko lizard. Okay, now for Mexico, Central, South America, we're going to talk about Apus. Apus are in the religion and mythology of Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. They're the spirits of the mountains and the solitary rocks and caves that protect the local people in the highlands. For our Native American and Canadian First Nation god, we're going to talk about the Totem Poles. The Totem Poles are very popular in the Pacific Northwest area, the coastlines of Washington, British Columbia, and southern Alaska. And for our European god, we're going to talk about the god Mari. Mari is a goddess, very popular, the goddess of the Basques. The Basques were these people living in France and Spain. Mari. And there's a picture of Mari right here. There's a picture of Mari. There's a better picture here, Mari. There it is, right there. And remember, we're all going to live like billionaires with robotic servants. We're all going to live in extreme wealth with robotic servants. There's a picture of a billionaire right here, Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is the world's richest man. And there's a better close-up picture of Jeff right here. There he is. Yeah, and every one of us is going to live like a billionaire with robotic servants. That's what we believe in. Robot, give me food. Robot, take me here and there. Robot, and yeah, there's a picture of the robot Atlas right here. And there's a picture here of Asimo. Yeah, this is Asimo. That's another robot. So we all have robotic servants. So robotic servants doing all the work for us. So we all live in extreme wealth with robotic servants. Robot, give me food. Robot, take me here and there. Robot, build me a house. Every one of us lives like billionaires with robotic servants. And we want every one of us to be very happy. So we're all very happy, and we all live like billionaires with robotic servants. That's what this one is. So basically, we all believe in being happy, and we all believe in living like billionaires with robotic servants. So the Australian Aboriginal god is Adnoartina. This is going to be one of our deities, our ancient deities. Fun figures from the past that we could use to describe our heritage in this new nation, Europe, North America, South America, and Australia, or this new union. Now, Adnoartina, the deity is described as taking the form of a gecko lizard and is considered to be a sacred ancestral being. It's a very important deity in this area, Uluru, the famous rock in Australia. Yeah, Uluru, the famous rock in Australia, the Northern Territory. Now, this is one of the most spiritual sites in Australian Aboriginal culture. Adnoartina is usually being referred to as being a female goddess. Sometimes it's described as being a male or non-gendered being. Now, Adnoartina is the red color here is a very interesting story about Adnoartina. He's a lizard and he fought a dog and he bit the dog, and the dog's blood, the red blood, went all over this rock. That's why this rock is red. Here's somebody here. This guy, Asen and Horn, they published this book in the year 1924. Morandi the dog leapt up and tried to catch Adnoartina by the back of the neck and shake the life out of him. But the lizard ran and lobed beneath the terrible fighting teeth. He seized the dog by the throat and hung on. In vain, Morandi shook him and scratched at him with his claws. The sharp teeth sank in and in until at last the red blood spurted out. So this lizard, Adnoartina, he bit Morandi the dog, and the blood from the dog came out, and the red blood from the dog, it made this place Uluru red. That's why it's like a big red rock right there, Uluru in Northern Territory in Australia. And here's a picture of Aborigines. The original photograph commencing an Aboriginal ceremony. And there's a picture here of some Aboriginal rock art using red ochre, the red stuff. So this is really, really interesting. So this is one of our sacred deities, Uluru, Adnoartina. That's one of our sacred deities of Australia, the gecko lizard. Now for our South American gods, we're going to talk about the Apus. Okay, the South American Apu. In the religion and mythology of Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia, Apus are the spirits of the mountains and sometimes solitary rocks and caves that protect the local people in the highlands. Apu means Lord in Quechua, which is, the Incan, language. Okay, like there's an example. The Ayu Apu, protector of a village, like Apu Manuel Pinta. The Lakta Apu, protector of a region, Apu Mama Simona. And the Suyu Apu, protector of a country, like Apu Salcante or Apu Osangate. And there's different types of Apus, like Cosmic Mother, God or Cosmic Father, Mama Kia, there's a different type. Even Jesus Christ and Mother Mary, for the same reason, are called Texe Apus. And here are some of the pictures of these sacred Apus. One here is the Osangate Apu. This is the western face of Osangate Mountain. Here's a better close-up picture of the Osangate Apu. Yeah, there's the Osangate Apu right here. There's a better picture. Yeah, and this is one of the Apus. And here's another Apu, Wanakari. That's a view of Cusco and the mountains southeast of it. And there's another picture of it right here. Another really cool apple here is Machu Picchu. That's an ancient city, so the spirits there of Machu Picchu in the mountains. And there's Machu Picchu right here. There's a picture of it right here. That's a cool ancient city. So that's really cool. The spirits and mountains right there. That's an ancient, Peruvian Inca city. And this is another really cool picture, Huayna Picchu. I think it's pronounced like Huayna Picchu. Yeah, there's spirits and mountains in here. Yeah, and this is really, really cool. Huayna Picchu. So the spirits and mountains of these mountaintops and these ancient places in Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. So these are our ancient gods, and we have to respect our ancient gods. And this is our section, for the Mexico, Central, and South American gods for tonight. And remember, this new religion is designed to bring us together as, North America, South America, Australia, and Europe. Let's all become one big happy union or one big happy country. Let's respect our gods and our traditions. And for our Native American and Canadian First Nation gods, I'm going to talk about the Totem Poles of the Pacific Northwest. Washington Coast, British Columbia, Southern Alaska. Totem poles are really, really cool. I've seen lots and lots of totem poles. When I was up here in Pacific Northwest, there's one here, there's one there. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so these are some of our ancient symbols. Now, our new religion, these totem poles are our ancient sacred symbols. One of our ancient sacred sites of this new Europe, Canada, U.S., Mexico, Central, South America, Australian Union. These are some of our most colorful ancient sites. Now here's some black and white pictures of totem poles at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair brought in from the Pacific Northwest. Here's a totem pole right here in front of Alert Bay in British Columbia in the 1900s. Totem poles can symbolize the characters and events in mythology or convey the experiences of recent ancestors and living beings. That means there are lots of different stories, you know what I mean? They could include animals, fish, plants, insects, and humans, and they even represent supernatural beings like the famous Thunderbird. And this is one of the Thunderbird right here, the very famous Thunderbird. There's one there. One popular story of the totem poles is a raven who married a bear woman. Raven and cats who married a bear woman. That's familiar to most of the natives in this area. And this is a totem pole of William Seward, the Seward pole. You know, William Seward was the guy who bought Alaska. So that's a totem pole like in his honor that mocks him. And this is a picture of a Tlingit totem pole. The Tlinkits were in Alaska. It was brought to Seattle, you know, and so that's there in Seattle. So these are some of our sacred sites. Totem poles are some of our sacred heritage sites. You know, our new religion, you know, our new belief system, you know, Canada, U.S., you know, Mexico, Central, South America, Europe, and Australia. We're going to be one country. So totem poles are one of our most colorful sites here. And now for our European goddess, the Basque goddess Mari. The Mari, the goddess, is a goddess of the Basque people. They're like around there in France and Spain. And there's a picture here of Mari. You know, this is like an ancient drawing. Now, she is married to the god Sugar. And there's a close-up of Sugar right here. There's a picture right there. Now, Sugar is a Basque deity associated with storms and thunder. And she is connected to weather also. When she and her husband, Sugar, also Mahu is another word for him, when they travel together, hail will fall. When she leaves caves, there's going to be storms falling or droughts. And which cave she lives in at different times will determine dry or wet weather. When she's in Amboto, there's wet weather. And this is Amboto right here. Yeah, and this is another picture of Amboto right here. Now, Mari lives underground, normally in a cave. She lives in a cave in a high mountain normally, where she and her husband, Sugar, they meet every Friday night. You know, they have a witches' meeting to conceive the storms that will bring fertility and sometimes disgrace to the land and the people. Mari is served by a court of Sorginak witches, so she has a court of witches. And they're said to feed on the negation and affirmation. They're said to feed on falsehood, in other words. On the negation and affirmation. That is on falsehood. So she's got a court of witches. Now, there are a lot of really cool legends about Mari. And one here, this is Saint Marina. She's the Christianized saint. And Mari and Marina sound very same. Actually, Mari and Mary sound very same. You know, the Virgin Mary. They sound very similar. Yeah, and there's a really cool picture of Saint Marina there. Originally derived from Mari. Look at this. Basque woman still invokes Santa Marina's protection against curses and for aid in childbirth. So Mari is now one of our revered goddesses, you know, in our new religion or movement or belief system. And again, you can be in any religion you want to. Of bringing Europe, North America, which includes Canada and the U.S., Mexico, Central, South America, and Australia into one country or one union. Yeah, so we're going to create the European, American, Australian, Canadian Union, and we're going to talk about the ancient gods of Europe. You remember, United States, Mexico, Canada, Central and South America, and Australia. You know, let's all become one big happy country. Let's all become one big happy union. And remember, the U.S., North America, South America, and Europe will go back over 500 years. And with Australia, we'll go back over 230 years. So we're one big happy family that goes back hundreds of years. So let's create a common new belief system that incorporates all the religions of our areas. Thank you very much for watching my video. Now, everything in this video is my free speech public opinion. And, okay, the places that I mentioned, the billionaires, you know, the robots, everything that I mentioned, they have no official affiliation, you know, with my movement. You know, I'm trying to create a new belief system or religion. And, of course, you can be in any religion that you want. You can still be Christian or Catholic or atheist or pagan or whatever you want to be. And, but, one that makes us one country, United States, Canada, Mexico, Central, South America, Europe, including the UK and Spain and Australia. So, so everything I mentioned here, we're all, we're going to live like billionaires with robotic servants, the robots, billionaires. The religions, the places that I mentioned have no official affiliation with my free speech opinion. I do plan on making thousands more of these videos or a lot more of these videos in the future and start businesses to make it very popular so we have one common belief system. We're all going to be one country. Europe, United States, Canada, Mexico, Central America, South America, and all of Australia. Let's become one big happy family. Remember, we go back hundreds of years, so we're one big happy family. So let's become one big happy country or one big happy union. And again, remember, everything in this video is my free speech opinion. Most of it is from Wikipedia. Wikipedia does have Creative Commons attributions where we could talk about things. And again, thank you so much. And I want to wish you a super, super happy day.